Oh my God, and then the flu, the bird flu is going to kill everybody. That's the other one, the bird flu. Used to be Asian bird flu, and then they dropped the Asian, because I guess it was politically incorrect or something. They said, let's just make it bird flu of a geographic sort of specific region. But what do you do with bird, like if a bird sneezes, I pretty much leave the area. I'm not going to mess about with a sneezy bird. I see a bird with a sniffle on out of there, you know. Achoo, I gotta go. That bird should have, taken the day off of work, get a Kleenex, have a suit effect, let somebody else, shit on the statue today. Bird flu, there were weird ones, there was the West Nile mosquito virus, and then monkeypox was a couple of years ago. People in Wisconsin had prairie dogs as pets, right? That's weird on its own, right? And the prairie dog gave them monkeypox, not even the same animal. They just made it up and they put it on TV. That's because prairie dog pox isn't scary, right? You're at the doctor's office, I've got horrible news, the tests are positive, you have prairie dog pox. And that's cool, right? Yeah. But monkeypox sounds like you're going to go hide up a tree, eat bananas and throw shit at people. I'm sorry I flung that at you, but it's my disease, it's not me, it's the monkey. Two people were visiting New York City, they got sick, they went to the doctor. It turned out they had bubonic plague, which, how do you get bubonic plague now? That hasn't been around since the middle of the 14th century. Is it back? Is it like Motley Crue together again, infecting people? Like, as a doctor, how many tests do you do before you're like, shit, it could be bubonic plague? I've been through the whole book, and I think you have the Black Death from the Middle Ages. Is there a cure? Can you go down to the drugstore? Dude, I've got bubonic plague. Fill this quick. Hurry up. I'm all itchy and swollen. Is it covered by any health plan? They weasel out of it. Oh, you got bubonic plague. That's a way pre-existing condition. At least 700 years. We'll cover some leeches, but that's all. And the big scary Al-Qaeda is out there still too. They'll have a terror warning. Well, they had the bombs in London. That was awful. And the group that claimed responsibility for the London bombings, they had a ridiculous name. They were the secret group of Al-Qaeda's jihad in Europe. Yeah, when's the album coming out? Did they have a meeting? What are we going to call ourselves? A group of secret European, Al-Qaeda's. What about Sergeant Qaeda's Lonely Jihad's Club Band? And they're mad. They're mad at a bunch of countries, the Al-Qaeda. They're mad at the US, and they're mad at the UK, right? And that's understandable. They're mad at Australia. That's a bit weird. They're mad at Norway. How did Norway get on the Al-Qaeda shit list? People in Norway are like, look, we don't even know what happens here. It's Norway. Australia doesn't piss anybody off. Who's mad? Who's in a cave? Oh, Australia. You drink beer and barbecue all day. Stop it. Plus, we're so far from everyone. Although who would fly to the other side of the world and start any trouble? It's about a 97-hour plane ride. You know when you terror cell to get to Sydney? Are you guys ready to jihad? Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, I am jet lagged like never before. Jesus Christ, I mean, sweet Allah, I am wiped out. I'm going to need about a week to get used to the time change. I'd like to see a koala before we start blowing things up. Maybe go surfing. It's gorgeous down here. It's not to say that we don't have some troublemakers. The old mate Russell Crowe got in another scrap this summer. He's a fighty bastard, that Russell Crowe. He's not content to be an Oscar winner. He has to be an arse kicker as well. Yeah, because he's sensitive and rugged in the same body. That's the contradiction. He's the kind of guy who'll kick you in the nuts if you don't like his poetry. So this summer, he's at a hotel in New York, and he threw a phone at somebody's head who worked there. And I thought, when I heard about it, I thought it was a cell phone. That makes sense. Phone to the head. It was the phone. Do you remember some of you might even have one of these antiquated objects in your house still. It's about so big, it sits on a stool or a table, it's hooked up to the wall, it rings, you pick it up. Hello? Yeah, I'm in my house. Where else could I be on my phone? It don't go anywhere. He threw that at somebody's head. How pissed off I think for me, just pulling it out of the wall would be enough of a release. Shit, what's in the minibar? I'd get room service, but I fucking pulled my phone out. What an idiot. But he went down, he pulled it out. Oh, I'm gonna bloody throw a phone at some bastard's head. I'll tell you, I'll better get my room key. You don't want to get locked down after I bloody throw a phone at some bastard's head. He went out of his room, down the hallway to the elevator. Oh, I'm gonna bloody throw a phone. I'll tell you that. A lobby, if you don't mind. I'm gonna bloody throw a phone. 70 floors, he probably had to go down. Oh, studio. Oh, shit. Into the lobby, right, doors open up. Can you hear me now, you bastard? Shh. That's an angry man right there. Can I say Russell Crowe is from New Zealand? He's not Australian. We don't want any part of that phone-throwing tomfoolery. Plus, if he'd have been a real Aussie when he threw the phone, it probably would have come back like a boomerang. He is a great actor, though. His last movie, he was a boxer. He was the Beautiful Mind professor, the gladiator. A couple of years ago, he was the ship captain chasing Napoleon's navy. I saw that with my parents, and my mother comes out and she goes, "Yeah, it wasn't my kind of film. There was no romance." And I said, "Mum, it was 197 men on a boat. You may not have wanted to see the romance." It might have been a wise editorial choice to snip out the love scenes from Master and Commander. But I'll tell you, I'll close up and talk about San Francisco because I've lived here for a while. And my favourite shops, you ever see shops and you try to figure out how they stay open? There's a lot of it. These fancy places, like there'll be like a jacket and one boot and a DJ and that's it, right? Nothing. I love going over to the touristy areas. Over by the wharf, like there's a sock shop in the cannery. And what a tourist just goes, shit, we'll buy socks in San Francisco. Or is there people walking across the bridge in that beautiful sock-sandal combination? They bang, blow out a big toe. Sock emergency. Get thee to a soccery. Because it's a very touristy area. It's all souvenirs and people buy shit and they go back to wherever they're from. We were in San Francisco and we got you a sourdough monkey in a cable car. Rubbish. My favourite shop over there in the Fisherman's Wharf is the Scottish Kilt shop. It's the least kilted area on the planet. No kilt trade. People don't jump off the cable car. My God, where's the kilt shop? I need a kilt while I'm in San Francisco then. Maybe they jazz them up. Alcatraz swim team kilts. I got crabs in the wharf whilst I was wearing my kilt. But then I thought, well, maybe they're tapping into a market nobody else goes for. Maybe they found out the most forgetful tourists come over from Scotland. Scottish people are unpacking. Oh, it's going to be a great time. I can't wait to get shite. I did not bring my bloody kilt with me. The trip is ruined. I'm so bloody daft. I've got bagpipes, tins of haggis, heroin. But I did not bring my kilt with me. I wanted to walk up and down the great big bloody hills of San Francisco wearing a short, tight plaid dress with the icy cold wind whipping around me bollocks. But nay, I cannot, because I did not bring my kilt with me. If only there was a kilt shop, or at least a Catholic girls' school in the vicinity. Instead, I'll just have to put a big plaid sock over my willy. Thank God there was a sock shop down here. I thank you so much for coming out, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful night. Cheers.
Jim Short.